Hey, what's going on YouTube? Just coming through with another update. Still have a cough, so sorry if I'm coughing through the video, but we'll get through it. Just wanted to talk about one thing this time. I was having a conversation with another YouTuber a couple days ago, and we came to the conclusion that we're either going to have to lie to get women or pay for a hooker. And normally, like, I guess for me, lying, you know, it just kind of depends on the intention of lying. Because if the intentions are bad, then I don't agree with lying. But there are certain scenarios where lying could be good. But I don't want to dive too far into that. So, and if I had to choose one out of the two, like paying for sex or lying to get a girlfriend, I probably would go down the lying route, just because I know that if I paid for sex, I'd probably feel worse about it. Because at least if I lie about myself, there's, you know, there's still a part of me being thrown in there. Whereas if I pay for it, it just kind of detaches the whole, me as a whole, from the situation. And like I said, I don't want to dive too far into that, but yeah, I would probably pay for it, or not pay for it, lie to get it. But at the same time, it's like I would know the intentions behind my lying, and it would take a lot of work to construct a lie that's consistent throughout the duration of that. So it would be a lot of work to be getting confident with lying about myself, and basically coming off as the person that these people want rather than being myself. And you know, I think just knowing the intention behind that, I don't think I could do it. But if I did have to choose a route, that's probably the route that I would go down. I'm not saying that I'm going to choose either route, because I definitely don't want to pay for it. Know that for a fact. Although at some point I probably will end up paying for it, because it just seems like a lot less effort than having to be consistent with lies across the board. And then, like, if people find out you've been lying, you get disclaimed as disingenuous. Then there's just a domino effect on that. Like, it just ruins your life if people find out you've been lying and stuff. So you don't want to get caught up in that. But you also, so if I had to choose a route, and I was willing, I guess, let me say this. If I had to choose a route and I was willing to put in the effort to construct such a well thought out lie and be consistent with it, I'd go down that route. But I'll probably end up going down the pay for it route at some point, maybe in my early 30s, assuming nothing happens between now and then, which it probably won't, because I'm only getting uglier. Not making a whole lot more money, but I did get that raise and that promotion, so lifestyle improvement. I'm gonna be seeing that pretty soon. So I'm pretty happy about that. Really, I just I don't see, and like, I might not even pay for it really, because I just see, that's where I'm kind of stuck up at, because I want to experience, even if it's fake, you know, the intention and the sex, of course, before I die. But I also don't want to go against what I've believed my whole life, which is not, you know, which is getting it the legit way, like by being yourself and approaching girls as who you really are. But obviously that formula is not working, so I'll have to figure it out from there. I haven't really decided on that. More than likely I'll choose the third route, So I might pay for it, I might not. Like I said, I don't know how I'm gonna be, my thought process 5-10 years from now. I'm not sure how that's gonna pan out, but I probably won't lie for it, because I'm not real willing to put in, if it's more of like putting in the effort to construct a series of lies. And then I'm pretty bad at lying anyway, so I'd probably get caught, and then it would just be a domino effect. So I mean, if I had to choose a route and I was good at lying, that would be the route that I would go. But I'm just not willing to put in the effort and then watch it fall apart because I suck dick at it. It just isn't going to be a thing. So we'll rule that out automatically. The pay for it is still in question. Not sure how that's going to pan out. The most likely route that I'll take is I'll probably just die a virgin. Probably go through the rest of my life living as a virgin, hoping that I'll run into somebody, and it just never really happens. Not saying that that's a bad thing, or I'm definitely not the first guy that's lived out his whole life as a virgin, getting up into like the 60s, 70s, 80s as a virgin. Definitely won't be the last guy that does that, or has to live that way, but is a depressing thing to think about when you're actively out there trying. Although recently I've had a mind shift where it's like I've been trying to not focus on it as much, because I mean, I am a loser. Like, people can already tell that. They can have like some sort of aura that, or maybe it's just like the demeanor that I give off. But that just is what it is. I'm not really concerned with it anymore, because these same people that see me as a loser, or I come off as a loser, you know, it's like they probably think that about other people too. So I mean, it's not something that's solely on me, if that makes sense. There's probably other people they think that about, so it may not even be a personal deal. But anyway, the most likely path that'll happen is I'll go the rest of my life living out a virgin, wishing I could get a girlfriend, this and that, and hopefully at some point I quit giving a shit altogether. I mean, I still haven't yet, but I've definitely noticed a decrease, and me even avoiding situations to where I have to conversate with girls in public. It's like if I see, it's not even that. I'm getting tangled up on my words here. Okay, so it's like this. Like, I'll see girls in public, and I won't approach them like I used to. I guess I'm actively not approaching them. And this is more so due to the fact that I'm probably more focused on other things. Getting lost in thought here. Just focus on music and stuff, so I really don't go out as much anymore anyway. So, and then the bronchitis thing, like, I haven't got out in a while because of that too. Like, so I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm, in a way, I'm kind of actively avoiding social interactions. Not necessarily just girls, but social interactions in general. As of lately, just because it's, well, one, for the bronchitis thing, and then two, just focused on other areas of my life. And I know that eventually I'm going to feel lonely and this and that again, but for now, I think it's just focusing on getting into a better position to not necessarily attract girls, but just to, for myself. Because, you know, like, even when I was working out and going to school and doing all that shit, and I was in pretty good shape, like, I had some muscles, I was in pretty good shape, and I can show pictures to anybody who doesn't, you know, doesn't think that I put time in the gym, because it definitely showed. And I still wasn't getting any attention from females. So, you know, it's like the more time you put into yourself, the less you think about it. So I don't think the theory is if you self-improve that you'll get girls, because that's definitely not the case. I think the thing is if you self-improve, it just takes your mind off it altogether. Kind of like out of sight, out of mind type of deal. So, what it is like, it's like this. So, you just work on self-improvement, forget girls altogether, and the girls aren't going to come to you if they weren't coming to you when you were low. Like, they may come to you when you're high if you got money or something like that, but like, if you do self-improvement, start getting in a better position. If you're still not in that top 20, 20%, it's still going to be kind of hard for you. And also, I just wanted to clear up another thing. I know a lot of people think that I'm the only one that struggles with getting girls and stuff. It's nothing like that. But I do realize that I'm one of the few men that out there that has never had any success with women at all. Just 0% across the board. So I think that's what differentiates me from a lot of other dudes who are out there struggling. They've had some form of success before, so they can draw from that to keep going. I actually have no success before, and so it's kind of hard to find the motivation when you've never had any success before, especially this late in life. Because when you get up damn near 30, it's just like, damn, son, you still ain't got your shit together. But anyway, I just, I know I keep getting lost in thought because of the bronchitis and shit, but I'm running out of breath and shit, like. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of clarify that fact that it's not necessarily that I think I'm alone in this, or that I'm alone in struggling to get women or attract women. It's more of the fact that I feel alone in the fact that I've never had success before, and I don't have that success to draw motivation from to keep going. So for now, I've just kind of given up on the idea of being with a girl ever. That's liable to change in the future, 5-10 years from now. Like I said, I can't see how I think 5-10 years from now it could all change. It could all be 100% different. For now, I'm just focused on music, not getting out too much, and if at all possible, hopefully in the future, that I don't have to end up paying for it, or even less likely, like lying or faking being somebody I'm not to get it. Because out of all those options, lying is probably gonna lead to the worst consequences. But paying for it is, could also have some pretty devastating consequences on your confidence or self-esteem, because you're in that mindset, damn, I had to pay for it to get it. And that's not necessarily to say that later in life it doesn't really fucking matter. It's probably a lot less soul crushing than it's played out to be. But I mean, if you weren't gonna get laid anyway, like, and people already thought you were a loser, it's kind of like paying for it. Like, there's no real decrease in social value. You were kind of already at the bottom to begin with, so like paying for it doesn't really, you just get the experience without the negative social consequences. The only thing you have to deal with is your personal struggle with it, because at that point it doesn't matter what people think, because they already think you're a loser. So you just it doesn't really bring you down a whole lot after that, you know what I mean? So just kind of already at the bottom, so you can't really sink any lower. I mean, it just adds another thing to the list for them to make fun of you about. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're gonna make fun of you anyway, so what does it fucking matter? But the lying thing is a little bit different, because the people that actually do trust and respect you, if they find out about that, then it could be, you could destroy, you know, friendships and trust, because now you become disingenuous in their eyes, and it's kind of something you want to be careful about when you go down that route, because it's showing them that you're, not only are you lying to these women and stuff, but you're willing to lie to get what you want, and people will catch on to that, and then of course if word gets out, then it becomes hard for anybody to trust you. It's kind of like the same thing with it's almost like the same concept with being a virgin, especially this late in life, where if girls find out you're a virgin, they don't want to associate with you. Same thing with a liar. If people find out you lie to get what you want, they don't want to associate with you. So just gotta be careful if I go down that route. I gotta be careful. I have to make 100% sure everything's consistent across the board. But like I said, if I was willing to put in the effort and had the ability to lie well, then I would probably go down that route. But I don't, so the paying for it is up in the air. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out, but hopefully I just run into a girl one day and everything just works out. Probably won't pay for it. I can't, like I said, I can't say 100% sure because I can't see the future, but the most likely scenario is I'm going to be bitching about the same shit 10 years from 20 years from now, 30 years from now. I'll be 60, 70, 80, fucking the 80-year-old virgin. Fuck being a wizard. I'll be an archmage at that point. I'll be an arch sage. Fucking grandmaster wizard. Fucking next level knowledge shit. But like, but you can't really get hung up on these ideas and stuff, because right now I'm just focused on music, my work, and then that's pretty much it, really. Music and work and school, of course. But school, I'm out of school right now, so I'll be going back in the summertime when I have more cash flow to go back. But for now, those are the three things I'm focused on. And it's not necessarily, like I said, to get women. Like later in life, if everything turns out all hunky-dory, I get a good paying job, I work out, get in shape, I still probably won't attract women, just because of the nature of the situation, how I was born, genetics, how I look, a lot of different XYZ factors that come into play there. But probably, and I don't think that you should go in with the intention of this self-improvement to expect getting a woman as the outcome, because it's not going to happen. No amount of self-improvement will get you a girl or make a girl think you're attractive. It's kind of like, that's kind of like an innate thing. The thing that self-improvement will do is get you in a better position to not necessarily attract women and stuff, but to provide yourself a better lifestyle, and then also live more comfortably, and then also take your mind off of being the loser that you are. So I think that's what self-improvement does. Like when they say, oh, just improve yourself and then you can get a girl, it's not really ever about getting the girl, because self-improvement will never, ever, ever make a girl attracted towards you, ever. That's like an innate thing. They have to feel that attraction towards you innately. It's kind of like a nature type deal. Self-improvement, like I said, what that does is just take your mind off of it and then put you in a more comfortable position and lifestyle, so that way you can spend your time doing the shit that you want to do instead of slaving away at a 9 to 5 that you don't like. You can be at a job that you actually enjoy, and that way it doesn't feel like, you know, on top of not being able to get a girl, you're working at somewhere where you hate working at. So I think it's just a matter of it's just a matter of improving your lifestyle, essentially. So for me, what do I plan to do out of all these 3 or 4 scenarios? I'm gonna wait it out and see what happens. But like I said, probably when I get up in my early 30s, I'm gonna look at options as far as like paying for it. I'm gonna save up for that. Plan B. Plan A right now is to kind of wait it out and see what happens while I'm doing the self-improvement thing. But like I said, it doesn't really matter in the end, because I know very few people can understand what it's like having to live this way, but because most people have already had success, or they've already experienced the experience that I haven't. But it's not that I'm alone in this endeavor. It's more that I'm alone in the fact that I've never had success in this endeavor, and that kind of eats me up from the inside. But that's another video sometime. Basically just wanted to give y'all an idea of what's going on and where this is headed, and kind of just go from there, I guess. But that was just kind of my two cents on my plans for the future, and where, as far as like romantically, where I'm gonna be, where I'm at, and where I'm headed. But aside from that, I hope you guys are having a good day, and hope you guys have an awesome week, rest of your week, awesome weekend, and thanks for watching the video. Peace.